Hello, my lovelies. So I got a brand new deck, just came today. So this is the first time you guys are going to see me use it. It's called Conversations with Your Inner Self. I got it off the TikTok shop, and it is a shadow work deck. So it comes with two decks. The first one, the black one, is how you identify some issues that you're dealing with. And the second one is called Integrating. So it tells you kind of what you need to maybe focus on working on. So we're going to we're going to use this for some shadow work. I'm going to pull some other shadow work for you guys as well. Let's see, where is it? This one. So it says traits. What traits do you dislike the most about yourself? So those might be some things that you can journal about. Let's see, we're going to do 3 of these ones, and then we'll do 3 of the integration, okay? 4 or 5, that's what came out. Okay, the next one says vulnerability. What makes you feel unsafe and vulnerable? And fears. Do you have any unexplained fears or phobias? Could they be connected to your shadow self? So dealing with some fears, some vulnerability, some traits that maybe we like or dislike about ourselves. Anxiety. How do you cope with anxiety? And inner teen. What do you wish someone would have told you as a teenager? Some really good cards in here. I like these already. All right, let's see how we integrate the traits. Let's see. Humor. In what ways does your shadow self reveal itself in your sense of humor? So for me, I sometimes would like to laugh at things that are very uncomfortable. So I use humor as a way to kind of deflect things, because that's one of the traits that I learned was a coping mechanism. So humor definitely applies. All right, vulnerability. What do we need to know? Protection. In what ways has your shadow self protected you? So for me, it has been like lots of different coping mechanisms, are ways to protect myself, my vulnerability, also being kind of like a total bitch sometimes, being really shut down emotionally is another way that I protect my vulnerable side from getting hurt. Let's see what else we have for fears. Forgiveness. What do you need to forgive yourself for? For me, it's a lot of things. It's a lot of things that I've either shoved down or that I haven't really worked through yet. So that's why I keep posting shadow work. So if the message resonates for you guys, use it. Do some journaling, some things like that to help you work through these things. Anxiety. How do you cope with anxiety? Let's see, we have failure. How can your shadow self help you develop a healthier attitude towards failure and mistakes? So really, I think that we have to see things as a learning experience instead of that we actually didn't achieve something, or that we failed at another task, or whatever it is that we feel like we failed at. And that can give us a lot of anxiety. So our shadow self is something that we need to honor in order to actually become completely integrated, be our true authentic self. That's the purpose of shadow work. So for failure, I feel like we need to take anything that we see as a failure as an opportunity to learn and to grow from. And that's how we actually let go of the anxiety. The inner teen. What do you wish someone would have told you as a teenager? And we have forgiveness. How can you practice forgiveness towards your shadow self? So maybe there were some things in life that didn't go according to plan. Maybe there was a lot of problems. Like for me personally, I had a really rocky relationship with my parents. I was a teen mom, things like that. So forgiving myself for things that I feel like were failures or mistakes will help to actually go forward. And being in the inner teen, I feel like that really is like that you were good enough, that it wasn't a mistake, that everything happens for a reason, and that we learn from these things in order to actually grow and go forward. I love these cards. So let's see. I'm going to pull some actual shadow work, and we're going to see what message we have for you guys. All right, so what do we need to know from our shadow side this week? The Tower. So this is telling us that there are some big changes that are coming. They might be sudden, they might be shocking us, but I feel like these changes need to occur in order for us to get to our blessings, so we need to embrace the change. It will help create balance where there's been a lot of conflict, chaos, or turmoil going on, and that we will achieve some sort of victory even if we feel like we've had some sort of failure already. The King of Wands. Be careful with anybody who's maybe really kind of abrasive, somebody who can be very arrogant, somebody who's kind of a know-it-all. They think that they know everything, but most of the time they have a lot to learn, so be careful with that energy. And that we're trying to recover in our finances. Could also be a physical recovery, things like injuries, illness, surgery, but mostly a lot of worry that we're trying to release and let go, especially where we feel like we've maybe missed an opportunity in our finances. Maybe there was a job or some sort of pay raise or promotion that you feel like was passed over you. So let's see what we need to know to integrate ourselves. What do we need to know from our light side? All right, Queen of Wands. So you might be manifesting some change in your life. You could definitely be somebody who's driven, passionate, outspoken, or that you really have a lot of drive, ambition, and passion in order to keep going forward. But I feel like you're manifesting change, that it's like if things aren't working, it's time to go back to the drawing board and actually transform the energy, and the Tower will surely help you do that. The Knight of Wands. So this is really player energy, somebody who's non-committal, and I feel like you're tired of that. So maybe if you've been dealing with someone who doesn't want to commit and you're ready to settle down, then it's time to kind of cut this person loose and go your own way. That is going to take some strength for you to overcome this situation, but you are strong enough, you are capable of doing these things, and it will bring you the victory you're looking for. It also opens up an entirely new world for you, so your whole world's going to change. Things are going to come full circle. You might be traveling. You may also be meeting new people along your travels. The internet could be significant for how you maybe hear about new jobs, new opportunities. Maybe that's how you're planning to take this trip. But definitely some things are turning around. But you do have a decision to weigh. So what this card tells you is that you're at a crossroads and that you have to remove any sort of blinders you have on about the situation to make a clear, logical decision. That you don't want to rush things, that you want to make sure that you are making the best possible choice for yourself at the time, and that you will, but you have to evaluate things before you actually decide. You also might be putting in a lot of time and energy into work, so remember quality over quantity, and that may help you to actually achieve some sort of new offer, new opportunity, new business venture, promotion, pay raise, things like that could be coming. All right, so what else do we need to know this week? Let's use the shadow deck. Is there anything else that's hidden from my collective? The Wheel. So you might have had a string of bad luck lately. I feel like that is about to change for you. You could have also shot down some love offers that are coming in because maybe you're not quite ready. Maybe you're tired of the non-committal and you want to make sure things are healed first, and that you're finally starting to see the writing on the wall or any sort of illusions that are holding you back, and that you are able to make a clear decision going forward and you won't have to juggle anymore. But make sure that if you are focused on like a new job opportunity or that you want to change jobs, that you're putting your best foot forward. Definitely make sure that it's quality work that you are putting in, or it may require a lot of time and effort to get to where you actually want to be. All right, so it looks like there might be some heavy competition for this new opportunity. I feel like you'll blow them out of the water if you're honest with yourself, if you take the action that's needed, make the changes necessary. I feel like you're going to have no problem. I do think that you're going to stand out from the crowd, and I also think that people are going to see exactly what you're made of, that you're starting to create some balance in your life, and that opens up new opportunities for love to come in as well. So where you may have turned down an offer that just wasn't quite right for you, there was some imbalance there going on, there was some sort of illusion, maybe somebody was kind of pulling the wool over your eyes or deceiving you in some way. I feel like that's going to come to the surface so you can make changes, and that you're going to actually open up the door for the knight in shining armor to enter, somebody who actually does want the same things as you, and somebody who is willing to actually commit. So be careful of someone who's really flighty. There is some news that's coming in. You will have to make a decision, it looks like. It may have to do with money and work. It may also have to do with love, but you've got to use your logic in order to get there. But there's definitely a new opportunity for love that's coming in. So do the shadow work, do the healing. It's going to help you to process through your emotions, and that you need some boundaries in order to make some forward progress. You also need to nurture yourself in the things that you want to grow, and there will be some good news coming in for you, some stuff to celebrate, and you need to follow your passions. That this is a creative venture, you're birthing new ideas, or there is even a passionate new encounter that's coming, but a lot of new beginnings. I feel like right now you're overthinking things, so we have to stop that, and that there is more money coming to you. Could be a pay raise, promotion, or like I said, a job change. So trust your intuition always above all else. No matter what you see or hear online, always take it to God and trust your intuition going forward. It'll never steer you in the wrong direction. Have a great day, guys. We'll see you soon.